Here it is. It's me, myself, and Bob. It's the story of Veggie Tales. My kids grew up with Veggie Tales, and I have to admit that I loved some of the videos and the lessons they were teaching. But over the years, I'd forgotten about the company, and Phil Vischer, the founder, came out with this new book that kind of talked about what happened and why Veggie Tales isn't around anymore. He highlights in this book kind of the rise and fall of Veggie Tales and what he went through personally as this business disintegrated. And now in this book, he's captured his perspective on kind of what happened and the lessons learned from this whole thing. Vishcner had a dream that he was going to be the next Walt Disney of the Christian world, and it was going to be Walt Disney, Disneyland, only with Christian values, and that was the dream that he had, and that's what he pursued for many years, and created a lot of wonderful products as a result of that. But it did come tumbling down. The key lessons that he learned that I think are important to all of us are, the first one was never lose sight of the numbers. When you're running something like this, you can't really delegate that over to somebody. You always have to know where you are financially. The second lesson that he learned was that you need to learn to ignore this voice that says, I deserve this. He said, when I started giving into that voice and not staying at cheap hotels and renting cheap cars, the whole company kind of followed along, and we had a situation where the expenses were totally out of control. And the third lesson he learned was know yourself and know your strengths, and then surround yourself with people that can complement those things that you don't have. Probably the most important thing that I learned by reading this book was just how God has a destiny for each of us, and sometimes it means that He's got to destroy the dream that's in us in order to reach us and to bring out that destiny in each of us. So it's a fascinating book about letting dreams die and letting idols die, and then surrendering yourself and being obedient to what God's calling you to do. And He's got a destiny for you, and it may not be the one that you had. So Phil had to learn this whole thing the hard way. And I just think this is a great book for anybody who's gone through disappointment, who's gone through the loss of a dream, and just how you're supposed to learn to hang on to God. And I just say, as a closing remark on this book, I'd say this guy put out some great products. So if you got a Veggie Tale video at home, pop it in now.